You. What up? Alright. So, we got another try not to laugh.
Okay. What we got?
This is Tom Segura.
Segura. Okay, man. Well, it's probably gonna be pretty hard for that, man.
Yeah.
I think I laugh every time I see Tom.
Yeah.
What? Well, let's go, man. You ready?
Yes.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
By the way, I wanted to get you some up dog.
Some what, buddy?
Some up dog.
What's up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you, dog?
That's like a fourth grade joke. Fourth grade at least. Maybe fifth. I don't know. I'm not sure which one.
I know. This guy, he picks me up and he goes, Terminal 6 today, sir? And I go, yeah, it's a nice guy. He's wearing a suit, big, SUV, like a Suburban. And I start emailing and then make a phone call. And when I finally hang up and I look up, I realize we're pretty close to the airport. So I go, we're making pretty good time. He goes, 'cause I fucking drive, man. And I was like, what?
Shut up.
He goes, you see this hands on 10 and 2 kind of shit. I don't fuck around. I fucking drive, man.
Okay.
And I go, yeah. And he's like, you see a lot of stupid shit out there. I mean, all professionalism just gone.
Yeah.
He goes, you see a lot of stupid shit. A lot of times you wonder, why is this stupid shit happening? And you pull up, it's because there's a stupid motherfucker in the car. And I was like, yeah.
True.
That is true. You can just drop me out here if you want. I feel like he's ramping up.
Yeah.
And then, so I text both of you guys about that guy. 2 weeks go by. I walk out with my bag, go to the airport. This time I see a sedan, a nice car. And, I hand my bag and I'm like, this is the guy, I think, I don't say anything. He's like, how you doing? Put the bag in the car, in the trunk. And I get in the back and he closes the door. I go, this is a nice ride. And he turns, he goes, I call this the pussycar.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God.
The driver. Professional.
Immediately.
The pussy car. Can I sit up front?
Have you guys ever done the
paid for an abortion?
No, the Denver Improv?
Yeah.
Have you ever paid for an
6, 7? I don't know. That was like early rap when the rappers would be like, what rhymes with lotion?
Right.
Potion?
Right. Ocean, motion.
And you start listening, like I listen to Backspin a lot on XM, and every once in a while you hear one where you go, how did this get recorded? Me and my girl, we're rubbing the lotion, and all she can do is think about swimming in the ocean. And you're like, this made it. You got a record deal with that?
Right.
Like, that's horrible, man.
That was awesome back then, though. No one was doing that.
No one had rhymed words in public,
Right.
I guess. He fucking turns the car around. We're going to the stop sign that is 40 yards from our house. He goes, I'm fucking a couple older bitches right now.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, I got a theory. I go, what is it? He goes, women in their 60s, it's like their pussy comes back to life. Oh. And I go, all right. And he's like, yeah, man, they just want to fuck. And I go, cool. He goes, the body's sometimes tight, but they can't hide that face, man. All fucking wrinkled eyes don't look them in the eye. And I go, okay.
This is your driver.
This is my driver.
How about you look straight ahead, motherfucker?
Yeah. Put that sifty strategy.
If you like free stuff, what about sticky stuff? What if I told you if you follow us on Instagram right now, link in bio, we'll send you some free sticky stuff. That's right, free Joke World stickers for everyone who follows on Instagram right now. Go do it. Please. Please do it.
You said you watched a new Ted Bundy?
Yeah, it's interesting. I could be very wrong.
He was a real rascal, that guy. He was.
He was, man. He was a roustabout.
He was a knucklehead, if I ever saw one. So was Hitler, by the way.
Hitler had some bad ideas.
I remember that you used to encourage me to do this joke that would get me into trouble.
Which one?
Latino computers.
Oh, that's my favorite. I tell people that joke all the time.
Really?
Russell Peters.
People get so mad at me, man.
That's my favorite. I tell people that joke all the time. They go, what's Tom's act like before? I go, he used to have this really great joke about Latino computers.
It was a place on I want to say it was on Vine or between Vine and Fountain. Between Fountain and like Santa Con, and it was called Latino Computers. That's what it said on a sign. So the joke was,
you used to do it real slow and calm.
Real slow.
Do you remember that? What, do you still do that style?
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Because you seem like more fluid here, and then on stage you go into a different tone.
I'm usually a step slower on stage.
Yeah.
It would go. By the way, does it still exist if you type it in?
I was just looking for it. No, not easy to find.
It doesn't come up.
No, it got deported. The store.
I saw a place called Latino Computers, and I was like,
You want me to do the joke for you?
Do you remember the joke?
Hell yeah, I remember the joke. I saw I'm going to do it at your pace.
Okay.
I saw a store called Latino Computers. Latino Computers? Is that really how you really want to sell your store? Like, these computers aren't very fast, but they work really hard. And then the audience would always go, ooh, and you go, hey, it's better than black computers. They don't work at all, and they just talk a bunch of shit.
Remember, too, on the cruise we went on, the last cruise, that they had pornography, but it was too soft.
Oh,
and then you had to call and complain.
I did, and there was a Filipino guy, and he goes, oh.
You're right.
And I go, I want it hardcore. And he goes, oh.
That's so
And
funny.
he goes, hold on a second, sir. And he like put me on hold. He goes, no, I talked to the manager, and no, we don't have that. And I go, well, I don't want to pay for this. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, they're all Filipino on the cruise ships.
Oh.
Star.
I get to the Greenhouse Tavern.
Yeah.
And, I go, I had the tasting menu on Thursday.
Oh,
and I go,
that's
I want so much. And so can you, get me some recommendations?
Yeah.
So they go, you should try this appetizer. You should try this little small plate.
Yeah.
Have you had the pig's head pork?
Yeah.
And I go, no. And they go, well, you should definitely have that. And then we'll bring this for the dessert. Okay, so I have the appetizer, this and that. The pig's head is literally half of a boar's head. And because of how how it's supposed to be prepared, they bring you
I never had that.
Okay, they bring you 6 buns to make sandwiches with.
Yeah.
Because it's a place, it's a dish
Family style.
to order for 6 to 8 people.
And they just gave.
And they were just like,
They didn't give you a heads up on
no
that.
heads up. So he puts it up, and I go, and I'm supposed to do what? And he's like, it's delicious.
Yeah.
So I just start gorging. I mean, really.
On half a head of a boar.
And force feeding it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, don't forget we got the other thing coming. Blah, blah. So then it's like.
And you feel bad. You want to put a dent in it.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Sick. I felt beyond sick.
Dessert's
I
good,
called
too.
her.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, I go, you'll never guess where I am. I'm in my show clothes, my jeans, my shirt.
Yeah.
I'm on the treadmill in the gym. I think I'm going to throw up if I sit down or lay down. And I walked on the treadmill
That's a good
at
one.
that hotel for, I think, over an hour. And I go, this is just to try to help it go
get it go
down.
down.
I feel like I'm going to die if I get off of this right now.
And you were in your show clothes still.
I was still in like the boots and the fucking jeans and the polar the collared shirt, but it was worth it. It's halftime and the Eagles are down, and he's with the giving the halftime speech or whatever.
Yes.
But he walks up there and he's just in front of people is not talking. So people are moving, helmets and everything,
Right.
and then people are just kind of looking around, he's not talking.
Yeah.
And he was just staring.
Right.
And then he goes, they are raping your wives and your mothers, and you're watching it fucking happen. And they were like, what? And he's like, do you want your mothers to get raped? And they were like,
No.
you want to sit around and watch that shit? That's what I'm seeing. Get the fuck out there. And they were like, all right, win on 3.
Yeah. Did they come back and win?
Yes.
They did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I think they were like, this guy's going to kill us if we don't. I get high and I do voice notes, I'll talk. And at the time, I'll be like, this is some high level comedy shit that is gold. And then the next day, you're listening to it and you're like, oh my God, I have to delete this. Make sure no one ever hears this. It's embarrassing to myself to hear myself stone being like, and then, just ramble on and on, thinking that I'm coming up with some brilliant concept hooked up. with one of my sister's friends. I was hammered, like so drunk. And the next day, I remember my sister was like, "Did you hook up with my friend?" And I was like, "There's always that moment where you're like, you know, should I say it or not?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was wondering like how she was going to react. She was like, "How was she?" I was like, "What?"
She asked that? How was she?
Yeah. I was like, "What?"
That's an interesting question.
I know. I was like, I go, "Yeah, she was good," but I was just fucking shit-faced, you know? And she's like, "Does she give good head?" I was like, "Oh my God."
Your sister, Andy?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't really think about that. I don't know. A day goes by where she goes, "Oh my God, my friend is crazy about you." I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Can't stop talking about you." I was like, "Well, you know, I'm leaving." So I left. And then she came out here to visit. And she was like, "Hey, do you want to go out?" And I go, "Okay." And she's with a friend, a girl. And I was like, "Oh, her friend's cute." So she was trying to hook up with me, but I was trying to hook up with her friend. And she brought me to, I dropped her off at her hotel, and she was like, "Do you want to come up?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And she was like,
"I'm good."
She was like, "You don't want to come up?" And I was like, "No." And I kept like looking at her friend. She was like, "Okay." So the next day, she comes out again with her friend, and I'm trying to like talk to the friend, and we start talking about literature. I'm like, God damn it, I don't even know any of this shit.
Dude, you know how many photo albums I've had, old school photo albums I've had to sit and look at just to wait to get any kind of fucking attention? I'm like, yeah, I'll look at that fucking Trip from the Caribbean. I'm like, how thick is this goddamn book?
And then she's like, "You haven't seen this one."
This is just going on the trip.
So she's like, "Oh, have you read this other book?" And I go, "No, I'm super interested though." She was like, "Oh, I have it." And I was like, "Great. Can I read it?" She goes, "No, she's like, I'm traveling with it, but it's like my prized possession." And I was like, "I'll send it back to you, I promise." And she was like, "No, I don't feel comfortable." And then I insisted. I was like, "Get it." She's like, "Okay." Like, I'm telling you that I don't want to give it to you, but I just feel like I was like, I thought it was gonna, you know, help things progress. So I was like, "Oh, you want me to come get it?" And she was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yes, this is this." I thought I was going to close the deal. So we go up to her room, and she gets the book. I can't believe she travels with the book. It's like her favorite book.
Yeah.
It's like worn, and just, you know, there's marks on it and stains and shit. It's like her teddy bear or something is this fucking book. So I was like, "Yeah, I would. I can't wait to read it." And she was like, she goes, "I would really be devastated if you didn't send it back." And I go, I'll definitely send it back." And I look at her, and her eyes are welling up.
Oh my God. I wouldn't even be able to take it.
I was like,
never mind. Go. You're
Okay.
so committed. You got it.
I know. Now I have to take it. And also, I'm also realizing that she does not feel it for me. Like, it's taken me all this time.
She's got the feeling for the book.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, like, by showing this interest, you know, I'm sure that's like what I'm thinking, right? Like, she'll like me, and this, you know, this can happen. So she's just like, "I would be devastated if I didn't get this back." And she hands it to me, and I can see tears in her eyes. I'm like, I can't wait to read this. And then she's like, "Cool," and she's like shoves me out the door. She like, boom, shuts the door. So now I'm like, I don't get to hook up with her, the girl I like, and then I have this book, and now I feel the weight of the responsibility. I'm like, I gotta fucking send this to her. So the girl who I had hooked up with sees me, and she goes, "Do you want to come up?" And I go, "No, I'm not interested," because I'm
got
just
a lot
like
of reading to do.
I got reading. So I go home. I obviously don't end up with either of them. I read this fucking book over the next few days. I read it. It's a good book. I wish I knew the name. I go to the post office, fill out the whole thing, put extra stamps on it, ship it. And I think I put a little note in there too, saying thank you. And then like a week later, it comes back. Wrong address.
No.
Yeah. And then I just kept the book.
DJ Dadmouth. Now, are you committing to DJ Dadmouth, or is it DJ Polyby?
I feel like Dadmouth is who I am.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the right DJ name for me.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, it's a huge shout out to your mom's house listeners, which, let's face it, will be your only audience in the beginning.
I just was on Rogan's podcast on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was just drinking a lot of water. With no, just
no thought about
blissfully.
it. Yeah. Were you hungover?
I wasn't. I was just thirsty. I had taken an Adderall. And so I was just chugging water. I chug water a lot on
It's
there.
hot as shit out too.
Yeah, it's hot.
Super hot.
That's drinking water.
Yeah.
And then Rogan was like, "Oh shit, he might be beating Segura for water champ." And I was like, what does this mean? What is he talking about? And then people started writing me, and then we started joking back and forth.
Yeah.
But I was just joking, very surface level fun thing. And then I searched the water champ hashtag on Twitter, and this shit is way deeper than I thought.
It is my favorite level of deep. Stupid deep. Like,
well, okay, so go over this. So it's whoever drinks the most water?
No, Tom can explain.
Tom, explain what the fuck this
it
is.
started like with something that would maybe occupy 8 seconds of your time. You know how like there's this, especially I think like in our lifetime, maybe in the last 15 years, this thing about, how much water do you drink? Do you drink 8 glasses a day? Like, you hear about it, like people always like, make sure you're drinking water. And then it came up one time on our podcast because I was with my wife. It was like one of those things where it was like, yeah, you work out more than me, but like she was like, but I drink more water than you. And I was like, just very matter of factly, like 100% you do not drink more water than me. Like not even close.
Yeah.
And then she was like, absolutely I do. And so that started pushing this ridiculous, almost like competition.
Over lots of episodes?
Like 100 plus. What? Where there's, well, they're not all dedicated to it, but then people start to weigh in. Then like there's just comments. Like every time, if like you say you drink something that's not water, it'll get a mention. Like, what the fuck was that? That wasn't water. You're not the water champ. Then like, I mean that people started to like weigh in on their own relationships. They would be like, my wife says she's a water champ. She's a stupid bitch. She's not the water. Like people would say crazy shit like that.
Wow.
Then it became water champ shirts. Then we had a water sommelier on our show, who like is a water expert. He came in with a hat that said the water champ, and he put it on my head. He was like, "You're the fucking water champ." Like he knew about it when he got there. I like that you're one of my kind of guys, which is like, there's that thing that I've had like 10, 12 times that gives me diarrhea. I don't know what's up. I'm going to eat it again. And guess what?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get diarrhea again.
Yeah.
And then like
all the time.
6 years later, I'll go, I think that food's giving me diarrhea that I keep eating.
Yes. You do this all the time to yourself, and I'll watch you. I'm like, dude, you're going to get sick.
I
and then
just
you
want
still
to
do
eat it. I just want to eat it. That neighborhood's really Latino. And
Can I say the name of the street that I remember?
Yeah.
Carondelet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That name has stuck with me for some. It's such a weird
You always
name.
said it. You'd be like, Carondelet.
Carondelet. It's
Yeah.
actually, I think you could name someone that.
Yeah, no, you could. Maybe like a...
Introduce my girlfriend, Carondelet.
Sounds like a first team all ACC safety or something. That's Carondelet Watkins right there, man.
Carondelet.
He can play corner.
Let him come
He likes
over.
to go over the
Carondelet.
top.
Interestingly, if you pull up a photo of Bezos' rocket, it looks just like a penis. Swear to God.
Well, all rockets kind of have a phallic.
This one is specific. Look at it. It's got a fucking mushroom head, bro. It is literally cock-shaped.
That looks like a cock.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of shocked the first time I saw that. I was like, oh, Jeff Bezos is literally compensating for something.
I mean, what if he was just like, he made the design team study his dick, and he goes, it's got to look just like this. I got caught at a park when I was like 16 with a girl in a car.
Oh, yeah?
And police, though, it's fucking, your boner goes down real quick.
Oh, yeah, even at 16.
Yeah. Because it was like a light, and I was like, who the fuck? And then he was like, doop, doop. Then when I sit up and the flashlight kind of moves, I was like, oh. And you see the uniform, you're like, oh shit. And your boner goes, you're like, I'm going to jail.
I beat a motherfucking caboose, huh?
Shit. This nigga Tom. Yeah, man. They're trying not to laugh. Doesn't last long, Tom.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Oh man. Girl didn't like him, so he stole a book. No, I'm playing.
Tried this in the back.
Yeah.
I guess she gave him the wrong address.
Yeah.
She came back. Yeah, his book now. She ain't want it back that bad. She gave the wrong address. Or maybe Tom could have wrote it down wrong.
He said I didn't get any of the girls.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh man.
That's
Yeah, that was a sorry play, man. They tried to.
Yeah.
Oh man, he said he was let down. Something that happened in the room. Yeah, man. Tom and his wild stories, man.
The water champ. I guess that's between him and his wife, who drinks the most water. Damn.
Oh man, yeah, I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard the water check before that.
Nah, didn't know they had that going on in there on your mom's house.
Okay, so that was the podcast that was going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah. What are Russell Peters?
Oh, the Latino computers.
Ah, shit. It's the Latino computers.
At least you know they work hard.
Yeah, they work hard but slow. Black computers don't work at all. They
talk shit back.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, man.
Do every race. Oh, shit.